Hello everybody, welcome to the second movie review here on Take 2 Reviews. Yes, I am wearing glasses this time. I had my glasses when I did the first one, however I decided not to wear them. Boy, is it obvious I can't see if you watch that. So we're gonna do the second one with these on, make so I can see my notes better. And it's gonna be a very different experience. This is a review I did notes for this I did a while back, watched it a while back, so so the memories and won't be as fresh and won't be as well done as it was for the beauty that was the last one with the Shark Exorcist. We set the bar high in bad movies with the Shark Exorcist. I mean, you can't top that shit. But we gonna get in here with the Giant Gila Monster, made in 1959, an insane, bizarre movie, directed by Ray Kellogg. A hell of a movie. I'm gonna show you this. If anyone can see, can you see? Do you see this? This is the case here for it. This is the case I got for the Giant Gila Monster, and if you look at the case, it looks like you're gonna get bad CGI. I expected the worst CGI type you can get from this movie. And I was vehemently disappointed. This is exactly what you would expect from 1959. Like, this is exactly what you would it's just a normal lizard who they put on a small world to make it look bigger. It's edited exactly as you expected it would be. It's hilarious. It's just straight perfect. It's just perfect. So yeah, we all get into it. Here are the notes. We got, this is it got 20% on a tomato meter and a 23% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. It had a $138,000 budget, which inflated to today's things would be $1.4 million. I am so curious. That had to have gone to all of the cast, because there was no way any of that went to the lizard, because it's an actual lizard. The Gila Monster was an actual lizard. They put on like a small little train track thing and had to crawl around, and it looked just so it looks bigger. That's what they did. I know that's what they did. I love the editing of this movie. There's something about this movie's editing that is just so back in the day, exactly what you would expect. Especially the way they show the lizard. Because we get introduced to it, they give you a little introduction of the Gila Monster.
Are still vast and virtually unexplored regions, bleak and desolate, where no human ever goes and no life is ever seen. It is as though the land had been posted by God. It is in these lonely areas of impenetrable forest and dark shadows that the Gila Monster still lives. How large the dreaded Gila Monster grows, no man can say.
And you see it crawling around, and then you see a car. I don't think we see who's inside. I'm not going by my memory. I don't think we see who's inside. I could be wrong. If it is, you'll see it here. And my favorite part of each of these movies, every time, my favorite part, is the way they would cut to the lizard doing the attack. Because they would never show the lizard doing anything. They'd show the lizard's tongue going out of his mouth, and then a car's just flipped over, a car's just on fire. It is hilarious every time. It popped me so much every single time it did it. We then have, after we get that, again, this could be a shorter review than the last one was. The Shark Exorcist went 40 minutes. I will be shocked if this goes this long. We then have, we cut to I think it's a bar or some type of, to be honest, I think it's a bar, but it looks like it could be a little cafe, but I don't think it is because there's just people dancing in it. And we get introduction to all the characters I know of. We get introduced to Chase. I think the sheriff is introduced there. Old Man Harris, who is the star of the show. That man, whoever's playing Old Man Harris. Hold on, I need to see if I never actually looked. If I could figure out who actually played Old Man Harris, because Shug Fisher. Shug Fisher's the man who plays Old Man Harris, and he steals the fucking show. He knows every scene he's in, he completely captivates you with his ridiculous bullshit, and it's amazing. But then we realize the person's name, the people in the car's name. We assume. I don't think it's ever fully confirmed. No, I think it is. Yes, it is. We find their name is Pat and Lisa. They're the first ones eaten by the Gila Monster, and so they take out. So the crew that's there, Chase, and I don't remember. I don't have all the other ones written down. I should. I really should, but I don't. That's on me. Chase, and then the others realize that Pat and Lisa aren't there. They're supposed to go to the movies. Don't. This is the part where I don't have as concrete notes as I did last time. We then cut to the sheriff because he finds out that Pat and Lisa are missing because Mr. Wheeler shows up. Now, Mr. Wheeler is just a straight an awful human being. You are meant to hate him the moment you see him because he just has no regard and no care for the people there. He doesn't care at all. He cares about himself and himself only. And he puts you're made to just hate this guy. He's the villain. And he interacts with the sheriff, who has an amazing mustache, by the way. The stash on the sheriff is something else. I might show a clip of the sheriff so you can appreciate. And pause the video at this point to appreciate the stash on this man. Because he has what you want in a stash, you know what I'm saying? Sheriff then goes to Chase and questions if Pat and Lisa just ran off to get married. Because he didn't see them get eaten by the monster. They just vanished. So he thinks they might have run off to get married. Despite the fact, I'm pretty sure it's also confirmed both of them are broke. So I don't know how they would have gone about doing that. But that's not questioned. They just would have had money, I guess. And that's how they think they did it. They went and got married. And I forget. I have on my notes, Sheriff is the weirdest person in this movie so far. I don't know what the sheriff did that made me say that. I forget. I think the sheriff must have said something to Chase, because them and Chase have a very unnecessarily long interaction with each other. Like, that conversation goes on for a good length of time. And it's very weird. And I don't appreciate it. Like, it's just very bizarre. So then we have, we find out that, I think he gets a call. The sheriff gets a call. But Chase, for some reason, has a phone that can eavesdrop on the sheriff's conversation. Now, I don't even know if this was I didn't even know this was a thing in the 1950s. Because this man has an eavesdropping tool that just eavesdrop on any sheriff conversation. And he just goes to the scene, just Chase, because he's a tow truck driver. And he just goes to, and the guy doesn't even question it. Nobody questions it. We're just supposed to just move on and accept the fact that he's just an eavesdropper. And he just eavesdropping this conversation. Sheriff's just fine with it. Because I think it's also revealed Chase is just taking parts off the vehicles that are left from these missing people and puts them on his vehicle, which is messed up. Like later on in the movie, which we'll get to, Mr. Wheel has an issue with this, and he's completely in the right to. We then see the monster eat a dude, the Gila lizard. It eats a dude. One of my favorite scenes. So, hold on. We got, no, my favorite scene will come later. But yeah, the monster is revealed to be just a giant snake or a lizard. It's just a giant lizard. It's a Gila lizard. And it's not actually as intimidating as it make it sound to be. Even they, when they describe this thing, don't make it sound intimidating. They do not seem to take this thing as a threat at all. It's unbelievable the amount they do not take it as a threat. It's very weird. But then Chase runs into a guy named Mr. Smith, while driving. Because Mr. Smith gets himself caught in in a ditch, because he's drunk, and Chase then tows Mr. Smith's car with Mr. Smith, I think, in it, and he falls asleep in the the tow yard, I guess is what they call it. That's the word. And when he falls asleep in the tow yard, he then wakes up and Chase is just singing away. I don't know why Chase is just singing. He's just letting a tune out, and it's a fine tune. He knows how to sing. This man who plays Chase, he knows how to spit out a tune. We get away. I don't have it in my notes, so I don't remember when it happened. But we get this scene where he sings to this, I think it's either his daughter or his sister. It's definitely, I'm gonna think sister, because he looks very young, so it's never really made clear, unless I missed it, but it's one of them. It's either sister or his daughter. I think his sister. And he does it's an entire song. 8 minutes long of just him singing. I wanted it to end very quickly. So when it happened, very weird. I didn't know how to feel. I kept looking back at Chris, who was watching it with me, and we kept looking back at each other, waiting for it to end. We were waiting for it to end. It just kept going and going. I'll play the whole thing from here on.
Would you like to hear a song? There was a mushroom, sad little mushroom. There was a meadow, ready to cry. There was a sparrow, gray little sparrow. There was an eagle, silent and high. And the Lord said, laugh, children laugh. The Lord said, laugh, children laugh. The Lord said, laugh, children laugh. The Lord said, laugh, laugh, laugh. And the Lord, he said, I created for you a world of joy from out of the blue. And all that is left to complete the joy, just the laugh of a girl and boy. Yay, 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 yay. And there was a garden beautiful garden, held in the arms of a world without joy. Then there was laughter, wonderful laughter, for he created a girl and a boy. And the Lord said, oh, laugh, children laugh, the Lord said, 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 laugh. Yay, yay, yay.
And it went wild, didn't it? It just keeps going. It's freaking insane. The gang then goes looking for their snake. Oh, the lizard. And they go looking for him, and they never find him. I think the lizard stalks the crew though, but never makes an attempt at any of them for some weird reason. We then get a shot of a man named Mr. Compton. I don't remember if we get much into who Mr. Compton is. I can't remember off the top of my head, so please don't. I apologize for that. But Mr. Compton goes about his business, and what he does is he's driving, and this is my favorite shot. This is my favorite shot in the movie. And the reason it's my favorite shot is because it's just so fucking dumb. As he's driving, and then we do my favorite, the way they do this attacking, which is they just show his tongue out. And then Mr. steers his car off the edge, off the road, into a ditch, and explodes. And is the funniest explosion, and it's the funniest part of the entire movie to me. It's so ridiculous on the cut that it's so stupid. It's so stupid. So I did have it in my notes where chasing something. It happens after this, but you already seen it. Then we get a shot of the Gila lizard, the Gila monster, destroying train tracks. And this is when I knew it was on a toy train set. Because it destroys these train tracks with complete ease, and it just destroys them and it tears down. Then we have a little train going on it, and the train falls and crashes, and the lizard, I think, eats everyone in the train. I think you just hear screaming, and now you'll see a human being, except for Old Man Harris, because Old Man Harris is driving down the street. He looks and sees the lizard attacking the train, and just does a Yui and gets the F up out of there. He ain't even trying to help no one. He then runs to the sheriff to explain what happened. But the sheriff can't get anything from Old Man Harris, because Old Man Harris is so fucking drunk, it's insane. But this scene cements Old Man Harris as the star of the show, because the things he says and the things he does are so stupid and so hilarious, and his mannerisms is so funny that it is perfect. It is perfect. Oh, it's the best part. It's the best part. He's the star of the show. He's the star of the goddamn show. We then have Mr. Wheeler, who confronts the sheriff on Chase taking parts of the car and putting them on his own, which again, he's justified to be mad at. I don't think that's legal. I don't think you can do that. At least in their time frame it wasn't. Because he wants Chase arrested, which they were fine with. Oh, I forgot to mention, so Mr. Smith, who Chase told earlier, he's a DJ. So they announced that they're gonna have a party. I don't know why they're having this party. I don't think it's ever said, but they're having a party in a barn. And Mr. Smith is the DJ at this bar, and Mr. Wheeler and Sheriff are heading there to arrest Chase. But at the same time, Mr. Smith is just doing DJ songs, like he's DJs, and then he reveals one that has a little guest contest on who's singing the song. And the end result is Chase, and Chase is singing the song. And as they're doing this, and the freaking Gila Monster decides it shows up and is sick of the singing. So it shows up and starts tearing apart at this farm. And they all start panicking and everything, and Sheriff runs over and shoots his gun, and the lizard just crawls away and gets up out of there. And the sheriff tells Mr. Wheeler to keep everyone in the farm. That's all he's told to do. Make sure people don't leave the farm, because that's the safe spot. That's all he was told to do. And then he leaves, the sheriff leaves, and then Chase and his girlfriend leave. And his girlfriend is, they go and they grab, I forget what it is, but it's flammable shit. It's something that's very flammable. I know this because Chase tells her if you like misuse this, this will explode. So she has to hold on to these things that might possibly explode in her hand as they're driving the car. And they go to his sister or his daughter were at a friend's house while their party was going on. So they go to the friend's house to make sure they're okay, and their place is fucking destroyed. Their friend's place is destroyed, and they're all gone. They're all gone, so he gets out, he goes looking, he can't find them, so he starts driving around looking for them. And they find them, and they're okay, and then Chase makes the choice, and this was a choice, to drive his car before jumping out. But he drives his car into the Gila Monster, and it blows up. And that's the end of the movie. Because it blows up, and then they're like, oh, you make sure everyone's okay. And Mr. Wheeler deciding that the task of keeping everyone in the barn, in the farm, around the farm to make sure no one gets hurt, was so overwhelmingly difficult that he just like, I can't be a sheriff, I can never do your job. It's that hard. He was asked to be a supervisor and he couldn't do the task. So Mr. Wheeler comes around to Chase for that reason. And it's a perfectly fine movie overall. It's all one big happy everything. The monster's dead. It's been blown up, so we don't have to worry about the monster again. It's a fine movie. It's fine. It's not what I expected. This gave me hope for an awful CGI movie, and I did not get what I was advertised. So I was very disappointed by that. I don't think I did this, but if I was ranking out of 10, it's a 5. It's a 4. It's a 4 out of 10. It's 1950s, right? It's not a classic. Something like that. You know, if we're going by awful movies, I mean, the Shark Exorcist 10 out of 10 in awfulness. So this is about a 4. I think it's not bad. It's not, it'd be a 4 either way, because it's not an awful movie, but there's so little to it as with, because it's from the 50s, so it's what you would expect from the 50s, right? But yeah, that's what the movie was. It's a good, fine movie. It's a fine little monster movie. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think of this movie in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what other movies you would like to see reviewed here on the channel. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you for the next one. We will be doing the classic of Howard the Duck.